From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys hoping for a bounce-back performance after dropping their first game of the season a week ago. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. A dangerous return man showing it here. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And when you watch young men come into the league, you know they're not going to continue to be the same quarterback they were in college. You expect to see improvement. But you do see many of the same attributes. This guy, even as a rookie, a lot of poise, understanding the offense. He's fully in control out there. To me, he has the makings of a real field general type of a player. Someone who doesn't get rattled when the pressure's on.
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Shuck. There's Chris Olave. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Brings up 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Shuck. His throw incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. Well, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Allen going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. Well, this defense for the Bills very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you go the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, here's Shuck. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Broken tackle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. The Bills hit 3-0 here in the month. September. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up. And now Kellen Moore not thrilled with that last call. And out comes a red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
They'll run with Cook. Fights through. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the pass passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. 3rd down, shut from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off play action. Allen. He's got him in. Complete. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cook up the gut. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
To throw a shot. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 10th carry for Kamara. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 18.
Here's Shuck.
First down, New Orleans.
Throw that side, taken in by Miller. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. James Cook running back out now. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 9. To the air, Allen. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll try to pick it up himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Allen now looks to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
At the 48-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 9. Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
319. Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw now, Shuck. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. And it's the veteran Aaron Rodgers. And this is a touchdown. The Steelers are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the 4th-year running back, Breece Hall. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. The Seahawks get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Eagles. And it's the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. One of 2 touchdown passes for him in this first half. The Eagles lead it by a couple of touchdowns at the half. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They run again on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Allen. That's caught right side by Palmer. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Allen from the gun on third down. Allen going to run with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
Round 80.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
That's another Bills first down.
Handoff comes to Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Allen going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on. Defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And it's caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Round 80! 56, 56! What's that?
Back to throw. Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Khalil Shakir, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Shuck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. The first down carry for Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want a total sellout to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Second and 9. They'll run it again here with Davis. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Round 80.
Here's Davis running right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. CD, fourth quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is, because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, call victory formation as the clock winds down, and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
They'll run wide side. Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Up the middle to Davis. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Exit 3rd and 17.
Now this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Allen. Now they'll tuck this and run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Muscles by at the 25. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Shuck now to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing, Shuck. Over the middle, he finds Vele. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Olave motioning to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's shot. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another.
10 more there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is shot. Olave holds it in. Here's second and 3.
To Chris Olave. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's shot.
The 17-yard line.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Johnson. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Devon Vele. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
180!
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Buffalo, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
catch your age. Ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably f*** you before I f*** your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us, broski went them. You better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that